Controversial plans to sell off thousands of acres of public woodland in England have been scrapped. 500,000 people signed a petition against the plans. A new panel of experts will now look at public access and biodiversity within the publicly owned forests. Well, our rural affairs correspondent Jeremy Cook is in Winlatter Park in Cumbria for us.
Yes, and you know, the government says that all of this proves that it is listening. Labour, though, says that for ministers this is an embarrassing climb down. But for those who use England's forests and have campaigned to keep them in public ownership, this is all about people power, and they're clearly delighted at today's U-turn.
Save our forests!
Middle England on the march. The government's proposals to sell off the 1,000 square miles of Forestry Commission land in England triggered a storm of protest. There have been weeks of demonstrations, celebrity campaigning and a petition with 500,000 signatures. And the message sent from here has been heard in Westminster.
Mr. Speaker, can the Prime Minister tell us whether he is happy with his flagship policy on forestry?
The short answer to that is no.
With that one word, David Cameron signalled a spectacular U-turn. 21 days after the launch of a public consultation into transferring England's public forests to private ownership, the policy axe has fallen. And from the Environment Secretary, an apology.
I am sorry. We got this one wrong, but we have listened to people's concerns.
Labour, though, already revelling in the government's embarrassment.
Can I begin by welcoming the Secretary of State's full and frank apology to the House and to the nation on getting this so very wrong.
Out in the woods, it's been the issue of public access which has fuelled much of the protest. So this morning, relief.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's good news, really, yeah. Definitely.
And we're absolutely delighted that we can guarantee public access to these wonderful facilities.
We didn't really believe that when they said they'd still keep access, we didn't really believe that that would happen.
You're reassured though now?
We're reassured now.
The key issue here has been one of trust. Countless reassurances from ministers that public access and biodiversity would be protected failed to convince. And the idea that big charities such as the Woodland Trust and the National Trust would take over so-called heritage forests met with little enthusiasm.
Now, despite Caroline Spellman's apology in the House of Commons, we're told that she has not offered to resign. We're also told from Downing Street that David Cameron has full confidence in his Secretary of State. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. Well, let's pick up on that with our political correspondent, Joe Coburn, who's in Westminster. An understatement to say it's something of a climb down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, politically, this is really something of a car crash from a public relations perspective. As we just heard Caroline Spellman standing up in the House of Commons and having to say, you know, I'm sorry, we got it wrong. Well, you don't get much more clear-cut than that in politics. And there's no doubt that, all right, she's not resigning, but she is taking the heat and the blame for this issue having gone so wrong. We heard David Cameron saying yesterday in the House of Commons he wasn't happy with these plans, but there are those who say it should have been anticipated at a higher level than the Secretary of State at number 10, because from the moment it became clear that there were plans, government plans, to sell off England's state-owned woodlands, there has been outrage from public and MPs from across the House, and the question is, why wasn't that seen? Now, Tory MPs themselves have said, although there was some sympathy with the policy opening up woodland to private ownership, some of it with protection for public access and public rights, they say the policy was missold. But in fact, it was more than that, and it now looks as if number 10 will take action to bring someone in at a political, strategic level to make sure there isn't another car crash like this one.
Joe, thank you. It's 13 minutes past 1. Our top story then, there's